Good morning, wherever you are. Thank you for following my post on YouTube, on Facebook. My name is Prophet Idrisu. Today, I want to speak on a very important topic. I know you will like it. I want to just let us think about the word growth. The word growth. And the idea that it conveys, the idea that it brings to us when we hear that word. Growth, in simple terms, can be defined as the increase in altitude, magnitude, quantity, or something like value. So we can explain growth like that or define it in that way. What we often don't consider is what it truly means in our lives or in the universe. The nature of creation, if I say the creation I'm talking about is everything from the minutest or the smallest organism, being it a plant or an animal or insect or whatever it is, the known and the unknown or the seen and the unseen. There's one thing that is common to everything, and that is growth. Growth. So everything that has been created experiences this natural and biological effect or feature called growth. So in our lives, everything concerning our lives is supposed to grow. Everything in our lives is supposed to grow, and it does grow. But one thing is that we've now, in this generation, which is more focused on materialism and finances, we've limited growth to material possessions and financial quantity. But growth is not limited to that. Yes, increase in possession of material things, wealth, money, property, is a sign of growth. Is also a type of growth. But there is another type of growth that is often not looked at and considered. So people don't really desire or struggle to get that type of growth. And that is the increase in influence. The increase in influence. Now, if you have wealth, yes, to some extent, or in an aspect of life, that is your financial aspect of life or material possession aspect of life, you have growth. But if this wealth is kept to you and is only for your use and for your enjoyment and your extravagant lifestyle, and it does not influence anybody's life, then that aspect of growth is not looked at in your life. So that aspect of growth, which is related to influence, is not there. So if you look at growth, this increase in quantity always go hand in hand, or must go, or should go hand in hand with the increase in influence. For example, if a seed is planted, it is meant to grow if all conditions remain okay. It is meant to grow. So when a seed is sowed, buried under the earth, it then comes out and germinates into a bigger tree. Now, whilst it's increasing in size, in height, it also increases in its dependence, or it increases the ability for people or organisms, other organisms, to depend on it. So as it increases, the oxygen that it produces to a living organism like human beings and animals increases. And the nutrition that it gives to some microorganisms increases. And also, once it grows into a tree and provides shade, it shades that organisms come to rest increases. So what I'm saying is that the tree has an innate ability or tendency to struggle for increase. So are you. Every organism has that innate tendency, desire, that is driven by nature, the divine force or the divine energy that is within that organism to increase. This same divine force does not only look at this kind of, I will put it, horizontal, this in the vertical increase alone, but it also look at the horizontal increase. So increase in quantity, increase in influence, increase in getting, increase in dispersing. Okay? But one thing that we do is that we increase in gathering, but we don't increase in dispersing. So it kind of imbalances our life. It is against that natural law of life. As I said in some of my videos, that nature does two things. So do we. The first thing we do is the self-centeredness. It is me, I want it, I will take it. So we breathe in air, we take it. It's self-centered. We claim we take food, it's self-centered. But we breathe out air, is the other-centered. We go and we release everything that we have taken as food or liquids. It is the other-centered, because other organisms, the earth and other organisms, uses that, our byproduct, as their means of survival. So, in nature, the increase is supposed to be these two ways. You are increasing in taking in, then you are increasing in giving out. But most of the times, we increase in taking in, but we don't increase in giving out. And this is a serious illegality against ourselves and against the whole system of creation. What I'm trying to say is that these two types of increases go hand in hand. So if you have not been able to increase in quantity possession, you can increase in dispersing. You can increase in showing of love. You can increase in showing of compassion. You can increase in having the care and support for other people. This type of increase can lead you to the other type of increase, and vice versa. So you don't need to have more than enough to influence or affect lives, or to cause a change in some aspects of life. If you live in this world and die without influencing parts of this universe, I mean both human beings, trees, even the air we breathe, and the animals around us, if you don't influence these things in any way, the river or the mountains, you have a way that you can influence these things. If you don't do any of this, then you only struggle to acquire wealth, money, enjoyment, drinking, partying, having the numerous of sex partners that you want. That is a disgrace and a disappointment to yourself and to the mother universe and God the creator. So whenever we are struggling in increasing in one aspect of these two ways, we should focus on the other. Okay? When it's becoming difficult for you to gather material wealth, look at how you can use the little thing you have. Your love, your kindness, your caring, to influence the people around you, the society you live in. You can use your strength to influence the plants around you by feeding them, by feeding the birds around, by trying to do something to give out to the mother universe and to the divine creator. So growth is increase in what you have and increase in what you give out. There is no way that an organism, being a human being, an animal, a plant, the sea, or so, all these things, there's no way they will not increase. Now, when it comes to growth of our finances, this idea becomes the magical tool for gathering wealth. The magical tool for accumulating wealth is to be able to know and understand the effects of the giving and the taking in your life, and balancing this. Because if one of these is not working, your whole body and the energy you will use to acquire the wealth you're looking for get depleted, because it is out of balance and it wouldn't work well. Growth is what we seek, yes, till we die. Growth is what we seek. And I will even say radically that growth does not end even after death, because the mortal body is inferior or below the spiritual body. So in actual sense, death is an increase from mortality to immortality. So it is also a type of growth. Now, how do we grow? Yeah, it is an innate thing. You just have to try to do it. Try to do the right things. Nature will take its course. Financially, nature will increase it. Materially, nature will increase it. Have you ever asked yourself why they've been mining gold ever since the human beings inhabited this planet, but gold has never finished. Nature, what? Multiply itself. It recreates itself whilst we keep using it. Have you ever asked yourself why the fish in the sea have not finished and the animals we use for meat have not finished? Nature, in one way or the other, will recreate itself, either by human beings recreating, mimicking, or imitating nature and increasing the things that nature gave us, or nature itself will do it in another way. So, increase is an innate feature of everything the divine has created, because the divine himself keeps increasing. Don't let increase become a burden unto you, but just follow the law of increasing in one way or the other. Now, look at this controversy. We think that increase is gathering and having more. But now I am telling you that increase is also having little but giving. Look at this paradox. Understand this, and you will increase in everything you do. How do you increase in love if you don't give love? How do you increase in peace if you don't give peace? How do you increase in wealth if you don't put wealth out there to increase itself? So increase is letting go with the idea of getting the returns. Now, as I said, increase is when you increase in material things, money, property, all those stuff. Then also increase is when you increase in your influence, the people around you. So if you have not gotten, if you don't have money, but you've been able to influence so many people, those people can bring you the money. Now, how did you influence those people? Probably your last penny you used to pay a child's school fees, and that child has now become a millionaire or a billionaire. That child retains that glory, that increase to you. All right, I don't want to go too far. I'll continue with this idea of increase, and I hope at least I've given you something to think about. May the good Lord bless you and increase you in every aspect of your life. Shalom. God bless you. Share this video. Help a friend. Bless a friend with it. Bye.